Welcome to Heart Over Ego Radio. It's time for the Tune In and Tune Up podcast, hosted by Velina Vassar, where the focus is on body awareness and self-care. Velina is a licensed massage therapist in the state of New Mexico, where she is co-owner of Amethyst Mind Body Synergy, a wellness center in Albuquerque. Over the past 33 years, she has developed a system of resetting the body to improve relaxation, vitality, and better health. She calls her methodology ReVassage. ReVassage is a gentle technique that helps realign the body and alleviate areas of discomfort without causing pain. Many of Velina's clients call her technique magic. And now let's tune in and tune up.
Welcome to the first ever Tune In and Tune Up podcast show. My name is Velina Vassar, and I'm very excited to be here today. I also have Jennie McDaniel joining us today. Hi, Jennie.
Hi, Velina. It's so nice to be here. It's very exciting, your first show.
I know. And we're here today to talk about body awareness and self-care because, as we all know, most of us live in our heads and just drag our bodies around. And it's always when something starts to scream at us that we actually start to pay attention. But the goal is for us to not wait until something is screaming at us, but to actually tune in and to recognize when the body is out of alignment. And in my experience over the past 33 years of working as a massage therapist and an energy healer, I noticed that most of us carry our issues in our hips, but it transfers into other areas of the body. So a lot of times I will hear people say, my neck is killing me, but in actuality, it's coming from the hips. So when I have someone on my table, the first thing I do is I assess their bodies and find out where the imbalance is coming from. And it's usually one hip is higher than the other, which causes a leg length discrepancy, and then ultimately travels into the neck area. So the goal is to find out what we are doing throughout our day or possibly when we're sleeping at night that can cause the misalignment in the body. So many of us have these habits that we don't even know that are going on in our daily lives, like the way we sit at our desk, the way we drive, the way we sleep. Sometimes I feel like I'm a forensic massage therapist trying to figure out how people are messing their bodies up and how we can actually tune into that and recognize that in between sessions to try to avoid these areas of pain that keep reoccurring. So a lot of times I find that just sitting in our car and having our arms, some people especially guys, put their arms out the window and you have your shoulder up in your ear and don't even know that you're doing that. What are some other areas that, and the way we sleep. Majority of people who sleep on their side sleep on their left shoulder. So they've got their shoulder up in their ear for several hours while they're sleeping. And then the next day they can't figure out why they have neck pain or a headache. So just recognizing these things that we do on a daily basis that are, we're so unaware of can help alleviate a lot of the discomfort before it becomes an issue within the body.
I love that. I love the idea of, as a body worker myself, I love the idea of people catching an issue before it comes to full-blown I can't walk. We can work on your sciatica a lot easier if you come in when you start feeling that twinge, start doing some stretches, come see us, and we can kind of get it taken care of. But if it goes all the way to full pinched nerve, you can't walk, then there's going to probably need some chiropractors, maybe some physical therapy. It just becomes a bigger problem. So I love the whole idea of preventative. I can dig.
Yes. And as we know, we do live in our heads and drag our bodies around because most of us focus on from the neck up, you know, whether we're brushing our teeth, whether we're combing our hair, you know, some of us wear makeup, some of us shave our faces. But the focus is when we look in the mirror in the morning, we're focusing on the head area and just kind of drag the body around. And it's only when the body starts to hurt or to actually stop functioning that we pay more attention. And so always the goal is before we get to that point, I call it, let's come in for a tune-up instead of an overhaul, because the overhaul always takes much longer to repair than just a simple tune-up. So what I suggest is that we listen to the whisper in the body before it becomes a scream or a shout. I've had many clients over the years who come in. I had this one gentleman in particular that came in, and his arm was at a point where he couldn't use it because there was so much pain and numbness and tingling down his arm, and it was his left arm. And I said, so how long has this been going on for? And he said, a couple of years. I said, a couple of years? He said, well, it's been hurting for a couple of years, but for the past 2 weeks, I haven't been able to use it. So it took the 2 years for him to actually come in for a session to get some help. So we